All right, hello and good morning, everyone. Good to see you here. Paul Training, going to dive into today's design masterclass, which is a continuation of last week's. So thanks so much for joining me. I see ya. Michelle, hello. Sean, Afroja, audio and video are good. So yeah, keep an eye out for things. Let me know if there are ever any issues. But it is Friday, July 23rd. This should be a lot of fun as we dive into the most popular tool in Illustrator, which is the type tool, right? So playing with fonts, creating a poster, trying some different styles is the goal. So hello, Cody and Bliss. Good morning, everyone. Good to have you here. And yeah, just hoping for a wonderful day with you as we do many things, because I have many screens open. So yes, good morning. Cool. And if you're joining me elsewhere, feel free to go over to behance.net/Adobe Live. All right. Fantastic. Let's do this. Let's get this party started. And I can talk a little bit about what we did last week, if you guys are interested. So last week, we actually kind of ended up with something like this, as you can see. This sort of life is amazing. Bliss, who's here, I think it, wait, actually, I do not remember who thought up the life is amazing. Kind of like worked on a maze. I've kind of made some edits to it, but yeah, this is what we made last week, and it was like kind of cool. So kind of into it, right? So again, just made a line and then started connecting everything. And yeah, we could spend another hour on this, but there's so many things that we could do with type that just focusing on one thing will not really do Illustrator justice. So let's jump into this, if you don't mind, and move this over. Cool. We did other things too, by the way. So just like kind of turn off these layers. Not to belabor any of this, but let's click through some of these layers. Again, brushes, pretty easy, right? So what did I do? I actually picked a font and then drew over it, right? And then just applied a different brush to it. So you can always go to your brush libraries, and you have a number of brushes right in here. I probably used an artistic one, maybe charcoal pencil, or I don't know which one. There we go. So probably is this one, but you can see you can easily select all these once it's in vector format, and this is why I love Illustrator. Come on now. Is you could change it at any time. Say, I want to go with that, or that, or that, or that. And again, you can see all the different strokes. How was the run yesterday? Exhausting. It was just a 12 minute sort of run. You had to do it in, like, I don't know, there's 5.5 and 6 minute breakdowns. I didn't go my fastest, but I also have to learn to not go my fastest all the time, because that's how you get hurt. Like, let's not kill yourself, Paul. All right. Mercurial. So again, this is really fun. I have a bunch of phrases. Now you kind of saw what we did last week. Boom, boom, boom. You get it. You get it. Right? You get it. And yeah, I have, let's turn this on, because I also tried it on white, right? And threw a heart in here at some point. But we'll take a look at additional phrases. We'll take a look at additional sort of techniques too, because yeah, like chalk on the sidewalk. You got it. Of course, you could make your own brushes too. We could use capture and do all that. You know, there's no wonder that we pretty much have to run this like 24 hours a day, at least 5 to 7 days a week. Like, there's too much to talk about, right? And too many things that you can do, right? It's really endless. Again, just kind of thinking about making brushes and then turning that into type. So again, you can do a search for a typography poster design to get inspired. You can go out to, you know, again, Behance, as you can see right in here. I love this Akira. Awesome. Being bold is always a good idea and straightforward, but there's some fun type styles in here. I just searched on typography posters and then also used Pinterest. And you can see what Pinterest has for just different styles, right? So, you know, one small step, one giant leap. What I actually like about this is the writing. It's like, okay, I don't need to give you the whole phrase. Let's just pull out some key words. So I think that's cool. So I've come up with some design inspiration. I think there is there actually a site called this? You know, there is Design Inspiration, which I know you're just saying that as a phrase, but you know that this is, there we go. I've been there before. Oh, I love discovering things together. So here we are. Boom. We have it. Yeah. So we're getting inspired, our design inspiration. And let's jump into Illustrator and do some fun stuff. Good. Okay, you like my phrases? Of course, last week we had all these. I've added to them right up here, sort of like your keep going, right? I love keep going. That's a fun one. Let's do this really fast, okay? I'm gonna try to do it really fast. I just like this phrase. If you guys don't mind, I'm just diving in. Let's get this party started. Boom, there it is. So let's split this on 2 lines and let's see how fast we can go. Come on. Today is all about speed. Forget yesterday. I'm just disappointed that I didn't run. I only ran 1.5 miles in 12 minutes, but that's okay. Okay, so here we got this. This is an Acumen variable concept, which the reason I like this, by the way, is like you can adjust sort of the slant. So this gets me kind of started in the right direction. I'm just using type as a template. In fact, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this all caps. Right over here. Again, look at all this type. It's like endless typography options. And what I want to do is make it all caps. Bam, there we are. Keep going. Pretty common phrase. Right? Let's skew it a little bit. Or shear it just a little bit like that. I think it's going to be fun. You ready for this, Mike? What do you think about this? We'll take this, keep going, and maybe before we slant it, I think slanting it is I'm gonna undo this because I'm thinking that at least initially for outlining this, I want it to be more vertical. Okay, so this is just where we're gonna start. Okay. All right, let's do this. Let's hustle. Mike, we do only compete with ourselves. You know, speaking of all our phrases, right? Keep going, stay weird, actions speak louder than words, ever upward. I love that too, so that was another phrase that I was thinking of. Like ever upward, like sort of the slant upward and these things happening. Be yourself. You will never know, really, so you will never know unless you try. So I like how people just kind of fill in the blank. Okay, let's do this fast. Try to do this as fast as possible. I'll lock this down, zoom in on this, and get to work. Just get to work, Paul. Jeez, all this talking. You know what? I'm even going to use my Wacom really fast. Black. And let's do this. Fail harder. Ugh, keep them coming. Stop it already. I'm just going to start keeping notes up here. You know, fail faster, right? I like that stuff. All right, so let's do this. I might only do part of this word since I only have an hour, but let's do... you know what? Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the line tool. And try to do this as fast as possible. Hopefully that's coming in okay. Keep going, period. You know, just keep moving. My big advice for people, like, you'd be surprised that, you know what? Sometimes your brain is your worst enemy. Your brain will talk yourself out of things. It'll be like, it'll just give excuses for things. And you know what? You don't need excuses. I'm doing a Tough Mudder this weekend. You guys are, anybody's interested in that sort of thing. And that's the thing. It's like, okay, I gotta dive into ice cold water or do the electroshock therapy, right? You stand there, you look at it, you analyze it, and then you just jump in, right? So don't give your brain a chance to like really talk yourself out of things, because then you'll just come up with excuses. I read this book called The 5-Second Rule, which I really love, and it talks all about that. You know, it's like, you know, maybe after 5 seconds, you know, just get out of bed, because laying in bed, you know, you're just like, oh, I don't want to do this. Okay, you baby. I'm talking to myself when I say that. All right, Eddie's in the house. Hello. What's up, Eddie? How you doing? Again, I'm going to try to do this as fast as possible. I want to do the whole phrase, but you know how it goes. I have an idea in mind, so... By the way, I could look for, say, a font that's doing kind of what I'm attempting right here, but, you know, it just won't be as special. For this G, bam, bam, bam. One lines. Hit the escape key. Heck, let's go with a true circle. Oh, gotta hurry up, people. Right in here, we want to slice it. We'll use the scissors, as you may or may not know. There we go. There we go. Got it. Hit delete twice when you use that. 5, 2, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 5, 2, 3, 2, 1. What was that? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, I love it. It's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dot, dot, dot. I love it. Like things like that. Again, just hitting P for the pencil. Da, 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 da. Escape, escape. Command 0. I have a G there already. Boom. Boom. And let's do this. So I kind of want the same thickness. Let's hustle through this. Let's just keep going. What's with all the talking? Right, we'll do like that. Heck, let's do this as we go in here. The star tool. Click once. We have, of course, the radius and all that stuff. It doesn't matter because I want a 3-point, there we go, triangle, or excuse me. Yeah, triangle. Ba, ba, shaba, shablow. You get the idea. We'll pretty this up as much as we want in a little bit. All right. Start typing before you have words. Just don't hit send. Make sure you spell check that stuff. All right, Hussein, I see you out there. Thanks so much for joining me. Lamia as well. Sorry, I'm just seeing some of these comments elsewhere. Awesome. All right, so let's do this fast. Again, it's all about keeping going, making mistakes. I think that's the lesson for today. All right, dropping that in here. We're going to make a pattern brush. Click OK. It's going to ask me for the corners. Yeah, auto center. That's easy enough. Right in here, you get into all this weirdness, right? For the start and end, right? Well, what I need to do there, and you'd think you'd make it a symbol. Go to swatches. Make this maybe a little bit shorter, and we'll drop that right in there. Bam. Here's my new pattern swatch. So I can always edit this, but we'll just call this arrow 1. There we go. I only need to do that once anyways. Let's confirm that. Done. Okay, done. All right, disregard that craziness. Shabam. Okay. Boom, let's go over here and get to work. Let's get to work, people. We got a job to do. Selecting that. Let's actually double click on this and then add the... That's not it. There it is. Okay, I actually accidentally undid the number, but let's just apply this to the strokes. There we are. Cool. All right, so we did it. We did our little arrow, our arrow brush, essentially. Which again, we want to keep going up. How do you do this? Let's take the path. Let's reverse the path direction like so. And now we'll get to sort of stretching out all that and having some fun. Okay. I'm going to have two different brushes in here. So take that. We'll duplicate it. Hopefully you guys can see that at the bottom of my screen. And let's get rid of, boom. So sometimes I don't want an arrow on some of these. This one I do. This one actually I do too. Boom. Let's flip it. And this is where I wish I knew the shortcut for reverse path direction. There we go. Oh, the letter T in Dingbats gets you a triangle. Man, Reverb Mike, I know you're like old school like me, probably been doing this a while, but like when I hear Dingbats, like I haven't used Dingbats in a while, but I'm like totally into it. You know, it's been a while, you know? Because it's like, hey, remember back in the day, it's like, oh, what? You have a font that has illustrations in it? Yeah, it's called Dingbats. All right, let's do it. 0. Select everything. Let's get this out of the way. You know, there's my little backup. Selecting everything. Shabam. There we are. Easy enough. Thank you so much, Cody Barry. You're too kind. Lamia, how you doing? Also curious as to what book you guys are talking about. So these, again, we'll take these. We'll start flipping them. Let's take a look at the path. Reverse path direction. Again, I could have a shortcut for that, but I don't. Sometimes what I will do, Cody Bear and everyone else, is I'll take this, again, if I feel like it will be easier, I will have a brush that has the arrow on the other end. Oh, that won't work, will it? Yeah, it will. You're welcome. Did that do it? Oh, it didn't. Anyways, let's not sweat it. We're going to stick with the same brush. I think it's going to be more efficient. So let's throw this one away because in case I want to color it or change it or do something crazy, I could do that. Okay, you love this or you love it? Oh, cool. That's cool. Dingbats lets you use the text animation features in... All right. So we're getting parts of this done. There's different things we could be doing right now with this. But again, we'll get it done really fast. I just want to hurry up and make you happy and create a fun type lockup, a fun poster. Funny story, by the way. Good. Thank you, Michelle. You love and like it. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I was going through a lot of my old like artwork actually in my closet because I had I had shelves collapse and it spilled, honestly, like sort of wine bottles and all this stuff like just crashed down. But essentially, I had to have an opportunity to go through some old posters. So I did have one that says that I used to put on my door that was like, no one under the age of 17 allowed, or something like that. I can't remember what it said exactly. But you must be 17 or under to enter. That's what it said. You must be 17 or under to enter. So that's my poster I had on my door as a kid, which I was like, oh yeah, this speaks to me. It's pretty hilarious. Look how the triangle curves out. This is, you're right, this is super annoying, right? Joanna, I totally agree. This is totally lame. And this one, by the way, again, it's stretching this out. You could play with it. Let's double click on this. And so we have, let's just try this. We have the fitting. So we have the add space to fit. We have approximate path and stretch to fit. It's kind of hard to tell because, yeah, you could kind of see the difference between these, but since the centerpiece is just a block, it's hard to tell what approximate path does. But you get the idea. And here's where spacing is 0. So you have some control of that. The short of it is right in here. I got to kind of fix this with my own little arrow. Bam. Expand appearance. Bam. Oop. There's so much more I need to do because I have more prepared for you. Okay, right in here. Bam. We just want that thickness. Take this up. We'll rotate this a certain number of degrees. We'll do something like that. But anyways, it's pretty obvious, hopefully, how to fix that. Hit the plus sign, add a point. Bam. Hit the minus sign. Bam. Remove it. We don't want this to look like a U, so that's my only fear with this so far, but we should be okay. Make it spacey. Keep going, right? Want to keep this positive too. So let's flip these all upside down. And we have our fancy G over here that we played with already. And we have our first typography poster almost done. Boom. Boom. Turning that off, hitting 0. This is still not that great. Open to ideas, thoughts. Otherwise, you know I'm concentrating because I am hanging awfully quiet. All right. You had a poster of Madonna. Stephen Booth, poster of Madonna. I had a Raiders of the Lost Ark poster upstairs too. And 50 posters of Michael Jordan. Like so many Michael Jordan posters. Remember that? I don't know if you guys remember when you bought Wheaties, there was a poster that came with Wheaties. And I have so many Wheaties posters. Because again, we were not rich. Let's try this out. Try some more things. Really fast. Shaba. 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 Mamba. Delete twice. I don't know. Playing with that. Okay, let's just keep going as it says here. And take a look at everything. All right, cool. Got a full day of, oh, I so much wanted to be like Mike. I was like, Michael Jordan's the coolest. So everything is so flexible. In fact, this is what I'm going to do. For this spot, this is even going to bother me a little bit. So maybe I can fix this. Maybe I can fix this. Or not. There we go. That looks better. And it's more flexible. Because now we're at this point where we can increase, say, the stroke size. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, too much, Paul. Too much. But again, I like it thicker, don't you? And again, we still kind of have those fat arrows. I'd have to adjust my brush to make the arrowhead different. But I'm into this thicker, let's do 1.5. Let's kind of lock this up a little bit more. Kind of like this. Stack it. And maybe we'll scale it up a little bit. Let's try this too. There we go. It's doing it. It's working. It's doing its thing. We are doing our thing. We got a full day of master classes. I'm excited for Howard's because Howard has done like some cool 3D stuff and I'm really into it. So check out Howard's. Boom, we have that. Kind of some weirdness happening right there. Yeah, you get the idea. I can control the color of all these. So let's come in here. Let's make, well, the key color is going to be black. So we're going to change this to hue shift right down here. Click OK. Apply to strokes. Nothing happens just yet. But if we happen to jump in here and change this P to a pink, there it is, right? So you get the idea. Boom, boom. Maybe this is working. Maybe it isn't, huh? Right? Ooh, that's probably the wrong color. Right? Struggling with colors? Hey, open up a swatch library. Like, what are you going for? Right? Do you want to make it a celebration, for instance? Let's open that. Here's sort of our celebration colors. So this is just one way of using color right in here. I like this palette right down here at the bottom. So yeah, I don't know if this color is adding a lot. We're going to do some more things. Come on, Joanna, stop it already. I love it. That was the plan. It's like, you know what? Can we make it 3D? I love it. I mean, that's what I was going to do. Jeez, you beat me to it. Maybe blue. Oh yeah. I need a choice green. This green is a little much. This is a global color, so once I change it in here, it'll change it everywhere because I'm just like, it's a little hot. It's a little hard to read. We'll take that down. We can dip a little bit into the teal, right? That's going to make, I think that's going to make it look much better. Like that. Okay, we could preview it just like so. Boom. That's the green we want. And again, bam. If we decide to change it later on, it's not going to be a problem. Okay. Let's keep these colors consistent. There we go. All right, cool. Super green. I don't know about the color. Like, it's almost too... I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. All right, so here's one poster. We'll take that. Of course, we're going to duplicate this layer and have some fun with this. So let's try out some 3D. You ready for this? Let's take this. Let's expand appearance, right? Let's take all of this content. Let's, like for this is going to be one united shape. Bam. There we have it. Same thing here. Shabam. Ooh, geez. Ouch. Ooh, okay, so this happens. Sometimes there's masking that goes on. So let's use our shape builder tool, right? We'll just roll through that. Oh, interesting. There's some things happening like right here on these corners. Ungroup. Okay, so yeah, there was just a, you know, some stuff going on. Oh, brother. I'm fine. Release clipping masks. So there's some clipping masks in there as well. These are for those corners where I like auto-centered it. Not crazy about it. So apologies, but I only have to do this for one corner. Wait for it. Wait for it. You guys demand speed. Keep it going. All right. Cool. Okay, so again, we're going to make this 3D. I don't have this all squared away just yet. Let's make sure these are all touching too. So again, I guess sometimes with brushes, you know, again, it's abutting. you can't go into the negative, but it's abutting each one of these shapes into the next, and sometimes there's slight gaps. Okay, not to worry. We can go ahead and join those, and then just do this. And this is taking too long. I should be done with... I don't know why. This isn't for a client. Why am I stressing out? Hurry up and get this done for this... For, I don't know, for your own... Ungroup. Ungroup. Oops. And it's this crazy corner. It's gonna have, release. You guys get the idea. Okay. Almost done. And there's some more type things that I wanted to show you. Oh, you're not my type. Or you're my type. Okay, I like that. Just my type. I don't think you mean it as a phrase, Mike, but I like what you're saying. Please, can you be my copywriter? It'd be great. Okay, so we can do Command Y, we could see, and this is what I'm talking about, like all this junk. There's a lot of, there's just some situations going on here that I need to fix. So, come down here. Oh yeah, let's do that. Boom, baby. Actually, wasn't nearly as bad as I thought. This is our life in Illustrator. Just cleaning this up as much as possible. This is going to become important as I dive into 3D. So luckily we could do this on a global level so we can see here's all these points. There's too many points, right? Especially for just sort of a very geometric type. So let's go in. Let's jump in and simplify this path, right? And again, we can take it down. As we take it down, we can start to see this corner kind of break down, but I could always fix that. Everything else looks pretty good. Like it's just a couple of those points. Yeah, that's what I want. I want it like that. There's no enter you have to hit. Most people hit enter when using that tool and it wants you to move it. So that's not the case. All right, that looks pretty good right down here. Again, we'll fix this. How's everybody doing today, huh? Command V, shabam. And what else is new with you? There we go. Shift C will give you the anchor point tool and will allow you to convert that to a different anchor point. So that's all that's happening there. I'm glad I only have to clean this up once. What are those other crazy curves? Okay, did it. The nice thing is even once I get this into 3D, I can always change it later. All right. Let me know, Lamia. How you doing? you have any questions? Ooh. Okay, you guys get the idea. I'm just like so close to finishing this. Let's make this blue, something like that. There we go. That works for me. Done. Finally. Now let's have some fun messing with this. Let's make this 3D. So we'll go to Effect, 3D, Extrude and Bevel. We can lay this flat. We can do isometric. There's a ton of things we can do, but I think this will give it an interesting look. You could already see kind of what's happening. Let's try no shading. Nope. Diffuse shading. Plastic shading's fine. All right. Okay, so there we have sort of that at an angle. And let's make this 100. And let's make this isometric. Drop this back down. Nope. Okay. What do you guys think? Does it really like the colors, especially the pink? Oh, good. I don't. All right. Yeah, that's kind of what we have. It's not kind of. It is what we have currently. And yeah, let me know what you guys. Is there an OCD issue? Cool. All right. So. Yeah, here's the lettering. I'm still kind of conflicted whether this angle's right, but that's what we do as designers. We try things out. Let's do off-axis front, and let's do these for all of them. So what I can do, let's think about this. That will change the appearance. Check this out. Let's try this. Let me double click. Let me just go in here to this eyedropper. Okay, not necessarily. Okay, so Shift Command E makes it 3D. That's what we want. Boom, boom, boom. They did get a little darker, so yeah, that happened. I'd want to nest these one behind the other. Let's remove those guys. There we go. I don't know. I'm still working on this, guys. I'm still working on it. I'm not convinced. Do you guys ever have these doubts with a design? Like, this is not quite what I'm going for, but it's close. Let's try this one more time. Let's take everything and make it 3D. There we go. I like this angle much better. Totally into it. Let's do 60. Maybe back to 50. And let's adjust the lighting. So we're going to keep this on plastic shading, and we'll just throw some light on it like so. So that's kind of what we're doing. As you can see, we could rotate it like this, and then we'll tighten it up. Yeah, who doesn't have doubts with the design? Okay. Okay, so this needs more work, but this is like the right idea. Let's actually take this. What might be cool? What if we really crank it up? Let's make this like 1,000. Boom, baby. Right, so we have that more extreme look, which is kind of neat. With the angle, you can change the spacing of going. So yeah, keep one direction and going the other direction. That also works. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see if we get that good type lockup if we do that. So again, this is going to go the other direction. Oops. Stacking is a little off. We could fix that. Let's make sure the lighting is still on it. And do something like that. And make this 2,000. Hello. Boom. Move this down. And then adjust all this stuff. G. Wait for it. All right, we are doing it right. Why? Because we're a team. Let's cut this. Let's put this on its own layer just to make it a little bit easier to work with. Boom, there we are. Take this. Move this down. All right. Thank you so much, Michelle. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think this is looking pretty good. Let's move this up. Right? We're going to have those on the same line. Like that. Right? And yeah, there you have it. From there, I would change this. I would have less colors. I would want to have like a little less colors in here. Like, I don't like all this banding. Like, I want to make this even more, give it even more contrast, ultimately. But again, those are tweaks. I'll make those later. And there we go. There's our, at least our first poster. What do you guys think? You guys into it? I need to play with the colors a lot, like I said. You know, I would break this apart and just, I would start doing more block colors with this because I don't like all this banding. Even though it's on plastic shading, I'm not a huge fan of it. I'd make these very, thank you, Carol Pearl. Fewer colors. That's exactly, you were exactly right. That's the problem with it. I'm glad we're all on the same page. There's still like a ton of techniques that I want to try, and I have 1,000 phrases, which again is why I made this a part 2, because I'm like, this is gonna take too long. There's like too much to do here. But just to try this out, let's make sure right in here. Okay, here we go. Blend steps 2. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Looks so much better, right? I had too many blend steps. I could even change the shading color, right? We'll do something, well, hello, not quite like that. But, you know, you can make it sort of a different, like, more electric color, right? You can do a number of things, right? We can keep that blue. So we're keeping that vibrancy is the idea and really breaking down those colors. This actually works out much better. Yeah, and maybe this does need to be black still. right? Let's just jump this up a little bit. Again, we're just playing with these levels. That's pretty good. So blend steps 3. We'll play with some color. And we're just going to see what happens. Because again, we're hoping for happy accidents at this point. Right? This is electric. This is going to be nice. At the end of the day, I'm probably going to like break this apart. And, ooh, that looks good too. Yeah. Anyways, you guys get the idea. Done. Done. Let's move on to our next project. Sound of 3. Oh yeah, much flatter, much better. Oh yeah. Let's do 1 black. Nope. There we go. Boom. All right, there is an art director shelf behind me, or on the shelf. I can probably do that. Okay, cool. I need another coffee stat. Okay, I throw a background color back there, all that good stuff, but that looks pretty good. Let's move on to some other fun things. Like I have this heart. So just some different things to try. Because again, I didn't realize that, you know, geez, it's like there's a lot. I could do typography. Like I could do a month-long sort of typography study if we wanted to. Okay, love. Okay, so I want to do a love one, all right? Yeah, I'm gonna get all sentimental on you, right? Do I even have any love phrases? I have free spirit. I have love. Is this too like lame? Less than 10 minutes left. New design. Aw. Sean, are you picking on me? Come on, man. I thought we were friends. Okay, we'll do this. Free spirit. Zoop. Skew it. Zoop. This right here. As you can see, we'll twirl this down. And we could see that this is this lovely compound path. In fact, you know what? It's like, let's release that. What's that all about? I actually stole this from Photoshop, by the way. I think Photoshop would like love this heart. There it is. Right? Let's take both of these. Let's go to object. Let's do an envelope distort. And we're going to make it with the top object. So unique shape. And there we have sort of like this fun, like free spirit kind of look, right? So again, I think this is kind of nice, right? Free spirit. Let's make that a little larger. Let's go inside of it. So you can double click or you can use your direct selection tool, but we can then start to tweak this. So it's like, if we want to sort of bring this in, you know, just to make sure it says free, let's just separate those a little bit so it's easier to read. Right? Something like that. Why can't I not? Okay. Oh yeah, right up here. So here, this is the envelope that I'm working on, and I separated this out. Right up here at the top, you can see I'm actually working with the contents of this this shape, but I can also edit the shape itself, right? So coming in here, I can say, hey, you know, it's getting a little too tight. Let's adjust accordingly, right? So that's the short of it. We can go ahead and change these points, you know, but really I want to steal that heart. I'm going to steal the heart, guys. So let's do that really fast. Zoom, zoom. Let's just copy this. release. There we go. Delete that. This one. This is what we want. We'll take this lovely heart. Let's make it that pink. You guys said you liked the pink. Let's go with it. Boom. Throw that just behind it. And then edit the text to say white. Right? Free spirit. Throw a ton of colors in there, right? Do some fun things with it, right? Again, fully controllable, like in terms of manipulating the text in here, right? In this case, I might want to try to rotate it. Oh yeah, even better, easier to read. I like that. Yeah, you get the idea. Oh, Annika, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. From there, I would have it glow, so I'd take that that shape too. Oh, not this one. This one. Right here. And play with it a little bit. So let's cut that out. Let's do this fast. Hurry, Paul, hurry. Paste. Scale it up. Go, 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 go. Izam, thank you so much for joining me as well. Let's copy, let's paste, scale it up. If I can, holding down the shift and the control key and manipulating this point right here, because I know that's going to be a problem. We'll make sure this is larger. Send it to the back, change the color of it. What are we doing here? Changing the color of it. There we go. There we go. We have these two shapes. Bam, bam. Take both of these. Let's blend them. Or not. Let's make sure they're not if you're ever having problems in Illustrator, it is going to be because this is a compound path. And those do seem okay. All right, checking the time. Got 5 minutes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it could be a good t-shirt design. I don't know why I called these posters. Like, do people even make posters anymore? Why is this not? Bum, shape. Yep, shape. Okay, take both of these. Blend tool. Click. 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 Why? What am I doing wrong, folks? Move this over. It looks very weird. I don't know what's going on. Again, just actually kind of picking it apart this way. It's like there's only two shapes here. Said that they're a mesh, but it's not a mesh. Like it is, like let's do, yeah, it's nothing. I can't even expand appearance. So we definitely know it's two different shapes, and I don't know why it's acting weird. And looks weird. That'll do it. What is going on here? Spencer, remember Spencer Gifts? Is Spencer still a thing? Because I want to visit Spencer's. I don't know what's going on. Fine, this is how I got the original heart. Guess what? Stole it from Photoshop, right in here. Custom shape tool. Bam, here's all your glorious, you know, icons. That's where I stole it from. There's a couple different hearts right down here. I like this one. It's more like the playing card heart, if you will. Take that, copy it, bring it in, paste it in. You know, make sure that it is not a compound path, and blend two together. Trying it once more. Down to my last minute. Boom. Finally. Took forever. Shrink it down. Come on, Paul, hurry. There's no time. I need more steps in here and all sorts of things. But you know what? That's why there's social media. I'm going to kind of wrap this up in the meantime and show you guys what it looks like in a bit, right? It's going to have all this wonderful banding and it's going to be beautiful. And I can't wait to show you. So hopefully you guys are into it. Again, it's just the beginning for this one. I went to the mall the other day and absolutely loved it. I must say, just like loved it. I'm like, mall, I miss you. So anyways, all you free spirits out there, thanks so much. We've got T White up next, the one and only. Should be a good time, and I'll be up doing a Photoshop masterclass, basically full day of masterclasses. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We will see you guys soon. Thank you for joining me elsewhere as well. All right. Do I talk to Illustrator when I'm not talking to you guys? Of course I do. So thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out with me. Appreciate you guys. Stay cool, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. Let's continue this conversation online.